Hey guys, today I'm going to do my second unboxing from the cubicle.us. So let's get into it. So here are the different cubes unboxed. The reason they're unboxed is because this is my second take on this video. So here's another one. I'm going to start out with this one, which is called the Yeet Ball. So let's get those out of the way. So basically, first it's pretty smooth. It's basically an ivy cube turned into a ball. So if you know how to solve the ivy cube, you should be able to solve one of these. Let's just mix it up and solve it. It's a really fast solve, and it's actually a pretty fun one. So there it is, mixed up pretty good. Actually not pretty good, because the white's still there. Basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the corners together. So I'll put these two together, and then I believe just these two. So now all we got to do is flip those and those. So pretty simple. All we do is move it color by color. So we'll go there. We might mess up the white in order to solve it, but we'll fix it. So now we got 4 different ones. I'm going to solve one of these, just like so, to have 3 of them. So now once you have 3 of them, all you do is you just match all the colors up and it's solved. So yeah, this is a pretty fun puzzle. It's really quick. I definitely recommend this if you like faster puzzles. Let's get on to the next puzzle. Let's just go to the 3x3. This is the Qiyi MS 3x3. It's got a pretty cool case. So let's just open it. So what we got in here is the case. And inside, I don't know if you can see that or not, but you got your little pamphlet. And I think that's it. So let's get this out of the way. Let's do first turns. So it's pretty smooth. So let's try corner cutting on this. Oh yeah, easy 45. Let's try reverse. Probably like a 40, 35, I would say. The colors on this are pretty vibrant. As you can see, the orange is pretty bright. The red and the blue are kind of a little bit darker, but that's not that big of a deal. But every other color is pretty good. Let's just mix it up and do a solve on it. So I'm gonna try and do a little F2L with a little beginner's method. I don't know F2L that much. I know some parts, but not all of it. So I'm gonna go for the cross, and then we'll put this down here like so. So now that's connected. And then place that inner layer down there. And then we got these two. We'll place them down to here, like so. We'll place these down to here. We'll place this back. And then I'm going to do this, like so. So now there's the first 2 layers done. Now for the top. Now we got the top done. So now I'm going to place in the corners. So there's 2 corners in. And then there's 4 corners in. And now last, I just gotta rotate these 3 edges, just like so. And there it is. And so yeah, it's a pretty good puzzle. Definitely a pretty good 3x3. It was only like $8. Definitely recommend this puzzle. Let's just go on to the next puzzle. For the next 3x3 is the maze 3x3. I kind of expected it to be all the same color. So it's obviously a little easier with just the same colors on every side. For turning, it's pretty smooth. It's a lot smoother than I expected. Usually like maze and picture cubes aren't too great, but this one's pretty good. So the only tricky thing is you gotta line up the inside. The only problem is we gotta flip it, and I'm not 100% sure how to do that. It's pretty fun. It's still pretty easy, but there's a little bit of a challenge to it, just because you gotta orientate the centers. But other than that, it's pretty fun. So you may think this is a 2x2, but it's really not. It's a 2x2 instead of a 3x3, otherwise known as a Moyu puppet cube. So this cube's pretty difficult. I've tried it before. I couldn't solve it. What happened was one of the pieces popped out, so I just decided to take it apart and put it back together. So it's pretty interesting and how you put it all back together. So I might make another video on that, like what's inside this. So watch out for that. So like I said, it's a 3x3 instead of a 2x2. So as you can see, you can move that layer and this layer will stay. so it's kind of a difficult solve, like I said before. So I think I'm gonna mix it up and try and solve it for you guys. I haven't solved it yet, so I probably won't get too far. What's kind of difficult on this one is you can't turn it many ways because you got a block. So let's try and just mix it all up. I probably won't solve it for you because I want to keep the video short. So I'll probably just show you a scramble on it. So there's a pretty good scramble on it. It's pretty complex because of the 3x3 inside the 2x2. I'm not entirely sure how to solve it. I think you solve it like a 2x2 to get it back into the cube shape, and then you solve it like a 3x3 in order to get the inside cube solved. So I feel like it's gonna be a pretty fun challenge. I played with it a little and I've enjoyed it. Let's get on to the next puzzle. So this puzzle is a Moyu Mayan 2. It's a dodecahedron. So basically you have to match everything with the inside dot. As if you can see that there's some inside dots with all different colors. So you have to match that all together. I'm not 100% sure how to do that. I haven't even got all the centers to the dots. So that might be a bit challenging. So it turns like this. And it also turns like a 3x3. I guess it turns like a 5x5 because there's outer layers, inner layers, and then the middle layer. So yeah, this might be a fun puzzle. Turning wise, it's kind of rough, but which is to be expected with cube like this. But yeah, so let's get on to the next puzzle. So this puzzle may look like it's solved, but it's really not. So this is as far as I can get. I can get most of the sides solved, but like here, you can see like the numbers aren't in line. So this is the Moyu Wheel of Time. So basically what you have to do is you first solve it like a 2x2. If you can see when it's all lined up, the centers will turn, and these centers will line up with the center right there. So it's a pretty fun puzzle. Basically, it's a 2x2, and then outside you have to solve all these different numbers. And that's pretty much as far as I got. I got these 3 solved, and these 3 are not. So it's a pretty challenging puzzle because there's many different algorithms that you need to know, just like any puzzle, of course, that I've not learned. Turning wise, it's pretty smooth once you get them all lined up, but if it's like that, it's kind of difficult to turn and can be easy to pop. But yeah, it's still pretty smooth around as a 2x2. These are pretty smooth actually, if you turn them right. Yeah, but this is a pretty fun, interesting puzzle that I feel like it's gonna take a while. It took me probably an hour or so just to get most of the numbers lined up and all of them on the same color. But of course, as time goes on, I'll get faster with that. But yeah, that's my last puzzle I'm going to show you. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.